west, and they do get snow that early. And look for showers and thunderstorms in the Midwest here through much of across the Ohio Valley. These thunderstorms are likely to produce some hail, gusty winds, and some storms could stay severe. Now, most of these isolated could occur in the Great Lakes, and this could be quite windy over across the northern plains. Highs will be chilly 40s for parts of northern Minnesota and the northmost sections of Wisconsin. Highs in the 50s in North Dakota through parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin on up to the northern Michigan. Highs in the 60s in the Great Lakes down through much of the Ohio Valley. Highs in the 70s will prevail across much of Missouri and Kansas. And, of course, much of Oklahoma looking to be hot with highs in the 90s. So we're looking at some pretty interesting weather, to say the least. But for you guys in this area, I got to tell you, we've got some interesting weather here, folks. The south, you guys are going to get some thunderstorms, too, through Kentucky and Tennessee and the innermost sections of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Some of the thunderstorms will be likely to produce hail and gusty winds, and most of these storms could remain below severe limits, though. Tuesday's high in the 70s from Virginia down to the Appalachians, and then most of the southeast Florida peninsula will see some highs in the 80s. Large portions of Texas, you guys are going to be hot with highs in the 80s and the 90s. And it's your national weather. We'll take a look at your northeast next hour. But remember, whenever you want weather, you can always check your weather channel lineup in your area, or the weather channel by plugging in your zip code. All you got to do is go www.theweatherchannel.com, put your zip code in, and she'll give you your local weather, or watch your local TV station, or listen to your local radio station in your area. Let's look at the forecast, and you got the Gary J. Rusty here on GJRB Online, and this is the Positive Rock Show. We got news coming up for you next hour, and more great Christian rock on the way. Coming up next, stay tuned to the Positive Rock Show on GJRB Online and the Fall Spectacular.
Attention musicians, if you're starting a band or just starting a solo act on your own, go to the place on the internet where you can get equipment at great prices. HelloMusic.com. They have guitars, amps, mixers, and microphones, some at great low prices. Log on today and look at the equipment and the prices. www.hellomusic.com. Like them on Facebook for chances to win guitars, mics, and other band equipment. Remember the name, Hello Music.
If you're a new emerging artist and want your songs out there, the place to go is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation, a website purely devoted to new music from new artists from every town and every state in the U.S. If you're a solo artist and recording your own music, it's Reverb Nation. Stop on by, visit, listen to the music. Check out the site, www.reverbnation.com. Put your music out there and gain an audience. Go to Reverb Nation for the best in new music. And remember, if you like your songs played on GJRB Online's Up and Coming, drop me an email at GaryJ65@yahoo.com. And I'll be playing your song on all GJRB Online shows. Remember the name, Reverb Nation.
That sound more like everyone else than anyone else.
Hey, alright, it's Kip Casper.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to thousands of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
Swing Time is back this fall on GJRB. This time, the spotlight is on Harry James. A child of circus performers, he started showbiz early with a desire for music when he was at the age of 6. His trumpet sounds are one of the most popular in the early 40s. Harry James story on Swing Time. Watch for a podcast upload Saturday, October 25th on the GJRB public site. From GJRB. And that's right. That's one of our programs here on GJRB Online. It's going to be Swing Time. And that program is going to be a pretty good show. We got to line up really good stuff on there that I hope you'll tune in for. As a matter of fact, that program alone is going to be one of our best ones because we're doing the show on Harry James. It's going to be one of our first specials in our GJRB online program schedule, as our Swing Time program is part of our regular programming schedule here on GJRB. So you'll want to hear all those shows. And I'll give you the program schedule as each day goes by. I'll have the program schedules on posted on all my social sites, so you'll have a chance to hear that, and you'll know exactly where the programs are going to be airing. So beware of that. I have that all set up, and you'll be able to hear Swing Time here on GJRB Online. So listen for it. It's going to be good. Also, I got some more good stuff for you. I know you're going to want to check out that you want to listen to. We've got Old Time Radio coming back on. Radio Land's returning. I've got a show with that. That's going to be good. And a whole lot of really new shows coming up on GJRB's schedule. So listen for our programming lineup. I'll have everything already posted here on GJRB's schedule so that you have an idea exactly what airs and what's going to be on. And you can then check out and listen to us. So hope you'll tune in and really check out our new shows here on GJRB Online. Always glad to bring you new programming, and really worked hard on this new schedule, so I'm hoping everything pans out. This was our first day of the program schedule, so this is kind of a rough estimate of what it's going to sound like as we get through each and every day of the programming schedule here on GJRB Online. But I got to tell you, got some new stuff, and I'll be bringing it to you here on GJRB Online. So check it out here on that. But right now, though, I'm going to be getting back into more Christian rock here in just a couple of seconds. But I wanted to let you know that this is the first day of our GJRB block schedule. And as I mentioned before, and in case you might not forget, we've just been receiving, I had to order up some new stuff at the radio station, including new stuff at the computer, because, like I said before, our main tower has been down for some time, and as a result, I haven't been able to broadcast on both my low-powered closed circuit signal at the same time broadcasting here. So I had to come up with a makeshift idea in order to do that with the recording part of our station's old tape deck, and I'm kind of plugged through that, so it sounds kind of really unusually funky on our FM low-powered line, because we're only broadcasting one channel of radio, one channel of stereo, so it sounds kind of weird. But we're going to get back to things coming up, and it'll sound a lot better over the FM end once we get everything all put up and built up again, and get all that equipment. And I'll explain to you once again when that's all going to occur. It's all going to happen this coming weekend. I already got the piece for the other computer, but now waiting on, and we'll be getting the other piece Wednesday, which is a power head for our tower. The computer tower that we normally broadcast from went down. Didn't really crash, but we had to get rid of it. We had to retire it because there was a lot of There was just a lot of problems with that computer, so that's one of the reasons why we had to retire it so early. Gary J. Russell with you on GJRB Online, the Positive Rock Show. This is one of our favorites here on GJRB Online. One of our favorite artists, his name is Michael J. Martin, and this is a thought-provoking song called descending into hell.
Blessed and holy is the one who has part in the first resurrection. Over these the second death has no power, but they will be priests of God and of Christ, and will reign with him for 1,000 years. When the 1,000 years are completed, Satan will be released from his prison, and will come out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together for the war. The number of them is like the sand of the seashore. They came up on the broad plain of earth and surrounded the camp of the saints and the beloved city. And fire came down from heaven and devoured them. And the devil who deceived them was thrown into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are also. And they will be tormented day and night forever and ever. Then I saw a great white throne, and him who sat upon it, from whose presence earth and heaven fled away, and no place was found for them. And I saw the dead, the great and the small, standing before the throne, and books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged from the things which were written in the books, according to their deeds. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and Hades gave up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every one of them, according to their deeds. Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. This is the second death, the lake of fire. And if anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire.
From Clinton, Iowa, on Spreaker, this is GJR Broadcasting, GJRB. This fall, GJRB onloads a new broadcast schedule of programs. More of your favorite programs like Up and Coming, Heard More Often, Way Out There, More Often, The Last 7 Days on a new day and time on an even calendar day Wednesday at 2 o'clock Central, or uploaded podcast on the GJRB Spreaker public site. All GJRB programs are on an odd, even day schedule, so that all of the GJRB's top programs are aired more often. GJRB Fall Spectacular starts Friday, October 3rd, with the Gary Wesson program, Friday Free For All edition at 2 o'clock Central.